Hey, hey, hey. Happy Wednesday. Tonight, I am going to wrap up my live playthrough of Adventure Games The Dungeon from KOSMOS Games. So come on in, pull up a chair. The Daily Dope is in the air. Howdy, 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 gang. Yes, I'm Jeff McAleer, back once again as your host here at The Daily Dope, presented by thegaminggang.com, of which I happen to be the Grand Poobah. Yes, I am the founder and editor-in-chief of the Gaming Gang. So, welcome aboard. Tonight is Wednesday, April 15th, 2020. This is episode 471 of The Daily Dope. This is your first time popping in, which this would be kind of an odd time to start watching the show right at the end of this live playthrough, which is cool. It's fine with me. But if this is your first time joining me, I do want to point out this is very, very casual. This is certainly not any sort of rocket surgery by any stretch of the imagination. Normally, the show is basically focused on sharing the latest tabletop gaming news of the day. With the current pandemic, not so much gaming news out there. So to kind of blow off steam, kind of kick back, have some fun, I have been sharing unboxings, live playthroughs, gonna do some reviews as well on the Daily Dope. So we'll go back to the tabletop gaming news once we start seeing companies shipping stuff out again, because many of them are kind of at the whims of Alliance. And Alliance game distribution is not shipping anything out. They're not receiving anything either. So, we'll see what happens. Anyway, as I mentioned in the open, I have been playing through the Choose Your Own Adventure-ish game, which is Adventure Games The Dungeon, which is from KOSMOS Games. It is designed by Phil Walker Harding and Matthew Dunstan, with artwork and graphic design provided by Martin Hoffman. The game is for 1 to 4 players, ages 12 and up, and the game is broken down into 3 approximately 90-minute chapters. We are still on the second chapter. I am really, really hoping that we get through this tonight. But I will do some housekeeping stuff like that after, towards the end of the show, or I should say at the end of the show. So I do want to also point out that if you are watching live, there is chat available on YouTube. It is not on screen. It's one of the ways that I keep some of the more unusual commenters at bay, but I do pay attention to chat. So if you want to say howdy, or maybe you've got a question or a comment, by all means, chime in. I will do my best to respond. Also, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and of course, subscribe to the channel. If you do subscribe, don't forget, ring that little bell, because you will be notified whenever the Daily Dope streams live, Monday through Thursdays, right here on YouTube. But I'll also tell you when I upload standalone videos as well. So, we've got Flaming Huron in chat. We got Casey Board Gamers in chat as well. Good to see you both. Thank you, Casey. Board Gamers actually reminded me of a clue in the dungeon here, and we will jump into that in just a moment. So let's pop on over to the other camera, because we want to start cranking this out ASAP, right? We want to try to finish this up tonight. So I'm just kind of taking a peek over at chat. So I see, yeah, like I said, if you're watching live, chime in, say howdy, because we normally have more people watching live than actually take part in chat. But if you want to lurk, that's cool too. So let's jump back in. Let's get on in here. So when we left off, I've kind of moved some stuff around here to take tonight's thumbnail image for YouTube. So we have the map kind of sprawling out a little bit more than before. We still have some rooms to go as well. So got that ahead of us. So where we left off, we had actually used this magic powder to see what was on this sheet of paper. We find out we have the secret writing on here, and we already had a scroll that allows us to translate that. And the translation was Beast KO Purple Light is what that says. So we have the Beast. I'm going to move this card down here. So we have the Beast right here that is blocking our path to explore this room further. So best I can think is we have a purple potion. So we're going to use a purple potion against the Beast and see what we can do with that. Because it does look like this is kind of a glowing purple potion. All of our characters, I'm using all 4 now because the reality is that each of some of the different characters give you a certain bonus towards what you're trying to do. And we were only playing with 2 characters, so I think we were kind of losing out on the experience. So we're going to actually go, this room is actually up here in the corner. In fact, that's on top here, and then this is actually on top of here. So we're going to go fight this beast, but first, what we're going to do is we're going to head over here because there are still 3 prisoners locked up. I believe that's a minor, and at this location, we also have 2 women. I believe this one here is a fighter, if I remember correctly. Yes, KC Board Gamers, that's exactly it. We're going to 205 to give the prisoner our bottle of wine. So that's what I wanted to point out. We're going to start here. I'm not positive if it's that one. I know it's not this one. Up one of the women attacked us, actually. So we are going to go to 31205. Let's see what we've got here in the book. 31. Oh, wrong section. 31205. Jin literally tears the wine from your hands. He swallows it in a single gulp, as if he were dying of thirst. Not bad, he says as he wipes a few drops of the liquid from his sparse beard and emphasizes his contentment with a heavy belch. Then he pats down his ragged clothes and pulls out a crumpled piece of parchment. Here, my friend, take this. It might be useful to you. Return adventure card 31 to the box. All right, it's out of play. And take adventure card 42. 42, page of a book. Oh, I guess we get to decipher this one as well now, huh? Okay, let's see what this says. I'll say, don't use the purple potion on the beast. Okay, so the plus is a T. H E, so the. So this one that looks kind of like a nose. Where was that? A. W. A. These symbols are kind of small. What? This W might be wrong. Let's see what we had here. No, I don't know. That's what it is. That's what it looks like to me. Okay, so maybe these are just running on. So we've got E. Let's see what else we got there. Another K. E. That kind of looks like an arrow. That is a D. The awakened. The awakened? I don't know. Let's see what else we got here. This one again. Oh, wait a second. No, that is a W. I. I'm gonna take a guess. Those are L's. Yep, LL. And then another L. Another I. V. And E. The awakened will live, or awake kid will live? Well, I don't know. That doesn't really tell me a whole lot there. Okay. All right. So there's our other translation there. So we got that from the miner who's still trapped in there. I get the impression that you can't get all of these prisoners out. You have to choose who you get out. I'm going to take a guess that probably increases the replayability of the game. Just taking a guess. All right, let's pop up here. Hello, everybody. All right, so we're going to make our way up here. All of us are going to go up here. Da-da-da-da-da-da. So we're going to tackle the beast. So 3955. See what we get. Wow, it is a long... oh, jeez. It's a long paragraph here. Well, a few paragraphs. Let me grab a sip. The beast is now just a few paces away. You'd better make this a good throw, or you've had it, you think to yourself. Summoning all your strength, you hurl the glowing purple potion toward the beast. As if by reflex, the beast's mighty jaws clamp down on the bottle and crush it. Most of the potion goes down the beast's throat. The rest splashes on its body. With burning eyes, it attempts a final few steps toward you. Then a look of surprise flashes across its face, followed by a mixture of pain and panic. The potion is working! Moments later, the monster collapses with its limbs spasming, leaving deep furrows in the ground with every swipe of its paws. With a final howl, the beast turns to dust before your eyes. The noise brings the rest of your group to the tower. Now we are already up there as well. So it says, return adventure cards 14. Well, we never earned 14. 39. 41, which is our scroll here, right? 42. Huh, okay, well, I guess that had to do with the beast then. And 55. Do we even have 55? I don't think we do. Nope, 57 is the card we got there. So, 55. I guess we must have already used 55 at some point along the way. Alright, so we will remove those from play. Place all figures on room card K. Well, they're all here already. As you pat each other on the back, a sound from the throne startles you. There's someone there. A shrunken figure in robes emerges from the shadows. It's your old friend Benegar! Hey, I think we finished up chapter 2. Because that was what we were supposed to do. We were supposed to find Benegar. We're so glad we finally found you. It must have been terrible to be locked in here with the beast. Benegar eyes you with a look of annoyance on his face. Locked in? He echoes in a cold voice. I assume you're still suffering from amnesia. You stop short. What do you mean? Allow me to refresh your memory a little. I'm not a prisoner here, but rather the Grand Master of the League of Guardians, and until just recently, you are my loyal comrades in arms. At least you were until your treacherous betrayal. You can hardly believe your ears. I think we figured this one out when we had actually... Oh, 55's right there, yes. Flaming Huron's like, yeah, the beast is 55. Yeah, thanks. Not even looking at him, right? I think we had figured this out when we kind of had like the dream sequence that we're actually behind this whole thing. We let the beast out. Don't go thinking you can stop me. You may have defeated that one stone golem, but beneath this fortress countless more await their revival. With this invincible army, I will take the kingdom by storm. Your thoughts are racing. The shock brings back some of your lost memories and the bitter realization that Benegar is indeed telling the truth. You are members of the League of Guardians, and now it's entirely up to you to stop him. Really? Why? Why would we stop him? We were part of the League in the first place. Oh, he have a sudden change of heart? Well done, you successfully defeated the beast. This concludes Chapter 2, like I thought. Use the adventure sheet to calculate your score. Calculate how many points you have received or lost through adventure cards bearing the exclamation point. We have not lost points, but we're not going to get anything. I think we're going to get 1 point for health. 1 single point. All right, so our goodies that we've got here. So we got the sapphire. Oh, we got the rose quartz. So we're going to get rid of those. Don't need that. Still got Monty. So that's 4 points. Add a point for each health point available to us. I think we got 1. I think we have 1 health point. 1, yep, right there. So that's 5. Okay, so we had 12 for the first chapter. We've got 5 for this chapter. And that's because we were taking a lot of hits. Take adventure card 68. It explains how to start chapter 3 when you're ready for the next part of the adventure. Okay, so 68. I assume Benegar is gonna like run off, and then it's gonna tell us to take card A3, which is up there. 68 says, if you took a break from the game, well, not really. Set up the room cards, blah 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 blah. We're still in K. You keep all the adventure cards from the preceding chapter. Return adventure cards with the exclamation point symbol to the box. You've had time to rest, therefore you can heal up to 8 health points among the players. Sweet. Nice. So we'll get the strong guy 2. We'll give everybody 2 back. So Adif, the knowledgeable, will actually be up to full strength. Well, it's gonna be like, oh, you scored 30 points? Well, you should put the game away because you suck. Never play again. All right, we're gonna read entry 300. See what we got going on. All right, we're in chapter 3. A creepy skeleton. Nope, sorry, that's 301. You look around at each other, indecisive. You still find it hard to believe that you were once part of the League of Guardians. Benegar continues unmoved. Oh, he's still talking. What wretched cowards you are. When you learned of my plan to awaken the stone golems, a spark of rebellion was ignited in you. Oh, I guess we were going to fight him. Okay. You suddenly found your conscience. He snorts disdainfully, as if that would have stopped you from all the other horrors that were necessary to achieve our ultimate goal. As expected, though, your plan was flawed, and we caught you before you could do any real harm. We had no choice but to erase your memory and imprison you. You may be simple-minded, but you still knew too much. His gaze turns to the place where the beast, no, the stone golem, had perished. Your escape and defeat of the stone golem show that you still pose a threat to the League. But there's an entire army of stone golems in the eastern tombs that are waiting to be awoken by me. The experiment is almost complete, and you won't stop it now. All right, so we return adventure card 68. Bing. Do want to mention, as we're playing, if you have not been kind of following the game, if this is your first time tuning in, one of the cool things that I like about this so far is, yes, it's a choose-your-own-adventure game, but unlike the exit games, which are still cool, but they're kind of like escape room games, you tend to destroy some of the components in the exit games. This you don't. So you can easily give this to a friend once you've played it. I plan on giving it to my nephew Cameron, so he and maybe his girlfriend can play it, and then I'm going to get it back so I can give it to my best friend Elliot, so he and his wife can play it. So yeah, so I think that's kind of cool. I like the fact that you're gonna get more than one play out of it. Even though this is not necessarily an expensive game, it carries an MSRP of $19.95. Okay, so in mission card A2, take mission card A3. You must now decide, do you want to try to convince Benegar not to go ahead with his plan? Or do you want to attack him? No, we're not going to attack him. Because he'll beat us up. A beast, or to be more precise, a stone golem, is defeated, but Benegar wants to awaken more of them, and only you stand in his way. Stop Benegar once and for all. That is our mission for Chapter 3. So let's try to convince him not to do it. We know it's not going to work. Obviously enough. Okay, it says 613. Yep. 613. You hoarsely call across at Benegar. This madness must end. You're summoning powers you cannot control. Countless innocent people will suffer because of you. He begins to respond, but you quickly continue. Benegar, your plan is doomed to fail. The king has enough soldiers to take you and your creatures on. Benegar seems unimpressed. What a foolish lie. If your memory had returned, then you'd know that you bribed the king with gold and gemstones yourself. He suddenly becomes grave. And now, enough of your talk, you traitor. At this, Benegar drops a bottle of white liquid from beneath his cloak and tosses it at your feet. The bottle shatters and thick white gas begins to rise and rapidly fills the entire room. Gasping for air, you fall to the ground and your senses fade. When you come to again, the gas has dispersed and there's no sign of Benegar. You'd better hurry if you want to reach the eastern tomb in time. Only there can you stop the experiment before Benegar unleashes yet more horrors. As a group, you must give up 2 health points. Okay, that's fine. Read entry K. Alright, so we'll get rid of 1 there and 1 here. Alright, so just like so. Entry K. You find yourself in a very dark room with a large stone throne at its center. A menacing skull hangs above the throne. Huge banners hang from the ceiling to the left and right of the chair. You wonder what kind of a place this is. Well, it looks like kind of a throne room almost. Okay, so first off, let's take a look. Let's have Cassandra, the knowledgeable, take a look at what this head is here. Or are we gonna belch something out? Cause damage. 213. The giant skull on the wall stoically returns your gaze. Something glints inside its mouth. Take adventure card 28. Let's see what we got here. There's 28, and it is the silver key, which will unlock either here or here. Once again, I kind of have an impression that you don't get to do everything here. So we got the silver key. We'll add that to our shrunken or kind of, oh, we got rid of this, didn't we? Got rid of the scroll and got rid of that. I'm gonna say our inventory is shrinking. All right, so I will have the strong guy go at 113. The emblem of the League of Guardians has been carved into the throne. Do you want to sit down? If so, then read 513. Yeah, might as well sit down. See what happens. Suddenly, a spear shoots through your back. Drawn by the aura of power that the throne radiates, you sit down. Doesn't seem to be meant for you, though. From the moment you sit down, pain sears through your body, and you fall through the ground. You lose 1 health point. Yep. Okay. Now, remember, you can't die in this. We just keep losing health points. And the health points are kind of our victory points at the end of the game. So let's send Haruka to check out these banners. Behind the left banner, you find one of the stones is loose. Do you want to pull it out? If so, read entry 383. Yeah, let's do that. You carefully remove the loose stone and peek inside the cavity. You can make out dirt and a few worms burrowing in the earth. When you're just about to replace the stone, you notice several notches on the back of it. Take adventure card 37. Does anyone have adventure card 76? No, we do not. We know that for a fact. We have 74. So I assume the prisoners are like the 70 cards. So it says, take adventure card 37. Bing! A stone tablet. So it is an old stone tablet with strange engravings. Okay. So, we are now finished in here. In this area. Pop that back up there. So, I wonder how we could possibly get one or two of the prisoners out of here, but they got gold. These are gold locks on here. Just like down here. Well, we'll find out. Maybe we'll find something when we go looking around. So we're going to come down here. And we are going to use our silver key. Guess we'll use it on this door here. Because we're trying to go to the east. So I'm taking a guess that that's going to open it up. So 28502. Alrighty, right here. Finally, the key fits. The heavy wooden door swings open with a creak to reveal a passageway carved in rough stone. Place room card L to the right of room card G. Read entry L. Hey, it didn't make us throw the key away. So I guess we're going to be able to open this up too. So I am going to move some of this stuff over. As I just knocked the card down on the floor. Okay. So let's kind of scoot these things over because we're really not going to spend any... I mean, we still want to find out if we can find out what's in this grate. But it looks like we're probably going to have a card down here, a room over here. We might have some other stuff going on too. So we will find out. I'm going to try to keep these kind of straight here. And of course, this is actually our exit up here, so. All right, here comes room L. There we go, boom. Okay, and then we're gonna read entry L. After a few dozen paces, you follow a staircase down to, what? That was a 502? I swear it said, do room L. So Melwinius is joining us. It says feels a bit like a pen and paper solo adventure, like Cthulhu, like Call of Cthulhu, right? Alone Against the Flames. Similar, choose your own adventure sorts of games are along these same lines. A lot of times, all you have is actually a book. So here, this is a bit different, where we have these different rooms, we have images, we've got these little items, inventory items, things like that. So that was 28502. I swear it said L. Why would we be walking down some stairs? That doesn't seem right. Yeah, it says, it says that's it. Okay, so after a few dozen paces, you follow a staircase down into a vast underground chamber. A deep ravine runs down the middle. Digging has also been going on here. Heaps of earth lie scattered around here and there. Suddenly, a few rays of light shine down from a high ceiling and illuminate the chamber, allowing you to also make out a well and a statue at the chamber's center. All right, let's go back. Let's use the silver key, because it didn't say for us to get rid of the silver key, so we still have it. It's 28802. The silver key unlocks a trapdoor in the floor and you lift it up. Creaking wooden steps lead down into the darkness. You descend the steep steps and enter a small chamber. Take room card M, place it underneath here. Place your playing figure on M. We'll say that was yellow. What a horrific sight. Several chains hang from the ceiling and various torture implements stand ready for use. As if physical pain weren't enough, several skulls stare down at those unlucky enough to end up here and thus also torment the soul. Even you feel a little queasy and struggle to tear your gaze from the hollow eye sockets that grow larger and larger and threaten to swallow you up. Read entry M. Alright, let's see what we got. This is obviously a torture chamber. As the room's center is a stretching rack, and you can make out numerous iron implements hanging on the wall behind it. 3 skulls hang to your left, beside a loose chain. There is a large grating in the floor. Suddenly you have a vision, as through a veil, you see a different room. You see skulls there too, but considerably larger ones. Below them, a ceremony is taking place. From a distance, you watch Benegar surrounded by high-ranking members of the League. All are clad in black robes. Dun, dun, dun. Your attention is drawn toward an ancient, highly ornamented scepter in the middle of the circle. Then you hear Benegar say, "We hereby renounce the old ways of the League of Guardians. Enough of the moderation. From today we shall awaken the monsters ourselves. Brothers and sisters, let us banish the scepter of our founder, and with it, his traditional teachings." Take adventure card 85, read it out loud. Slowly you realize that this vision is part of your lost memories. It belongs to the time when you were a submissive member of the League of Guardians. At the last moment, you catch a glimpse of what has been. That is Cassandra the Attentive. So we're going to read 452. His eyes betray him. He fears the scepter. That's how we'll stop him. The vision slowly fades, and you're filled with resolve. Huzzah! So, Melvidius is like, oh no, robes! No, not robes! Okay, alright, so, that's cool. So we got to use the silver key a couple of times. So, that was her move. I guess we might as well hang on to the silver key. Didn't tell us to get rid of it. All right, we will have Aerith the Knowledgeable. Take a look at 606. On the back wall is a little shelf laden with all sorts of horrific implements and a little vial. Take adventure card 43. Oh, it's another one of those potions. Well, we're going to be able to get one of the prisoners out. One of these two. Because that's what this potion does. This potion melts the gold. So cool. We got another one of those. Okay, so that was it for that. Next, we'll have the strong. Take a look at this hook. .406. A tangle of chains hang from the ceiling. A rusty metal hook hangs from one of the chains. You shudder when you contemplate what they've been used for. Take adventure card 36. Aha, we have a rusty metal hook. All right, so next, 706, we'll look at this grate. Although we have not had a lot of success with these grates. 706. Going by the smell, this passageway leads to the sewers. Using a little force, you manage to open the heavy grating. Oh wow, there's a room below us. Take room card N and place it below room card M and read entry N. There you go, boom. Like I said, we still have quite a few rooms left. I will actually continue to stream longer than an hour tonight. So, because like I said, I really want to wrap this up. Because tomorrow's show, I want to actually do a review of Santa Monica. Kind of give you a how to play and review. So, Flaming Heron says maybe we should let Prisoner 205 out. The only reason why I don't necessarily want to let Prisoner 205 out is because they're a minor, but so is Monty. So we have two minors. I think up here, I think these prisoners are fighters. So we'll see. Right. So we lifted that up, and I'm supposed to read N. Below a ladder recessed in the wall, you can make out a dark passageway with a sewage channel running down the middle. The passageway spills into a left and a right fork. 3 musty boxes are stacked to your right. You can also hear soft murmuring and the scurrying of rats. Okay, so I'm taking a guess. We might have a room over here. We might have a room over here. Anything's possible. Okay, take a look here at 506 at the bench. No, you really don't want to sit down on it. Just the thought makes you feel queasy. Okay, first skull, 106. As you reach for the topmost skull, jeez, a giant leech suddenly crawls out of one of the eye sockets onto your arm. You quickly try to shake it off, but it has already firmly attached itself. Take adventure card 59. So is this going to be a leech latched onto us? Yes, it is. Giant leech. And that is on Arif. As long as you have this card, if you still have this card at the end of the chapter, you lose 1 point. You cannot trade this card. All players in the same room with you can combine an adventure card with this card at your location. With the right combination, the giant leech can be removed. I know that Edric here actually has a potion. And I think it's only 1 coin, and we have a coin. So that's a possibility. All right. 206. Let's see what we've got for 206. The empty eye sockets of the middle skull. Oh, we're going to get another leech out of this. The empty eye sockets of the middle skull stare at you lifelessly. Repulsed, you decide to check whether there's anything inside it. You discover something small and smooth in its mouth. Oh, for crying out loud. But then you feel a sting and quickly withdraw your hand again. You lose 1 health point. So we had Arif lose the 1 for... Oh no, wait. Did we lose a health point for the leech? No, we don't. We just lose a point for having the leech. So there's no health loss there. All right, so that is green. Haruka loses a health point from some sting, and we take adventure card 58. It's gonna be a gem of some sort. No, it's a scorpion. What the As long as you have this card, if you still have this card at the end of the chapter, you lose 2 points. Same thing, can't trade it or anything like that. For crying out loud. So we got 1 skull left. Guess we might as well reach out in there. Get something else. Yes, I was thinking of the salt too for the leech. I don't know. Maybe you can find some salt in a box somewhere over here. I don't know. All right, so we're looking at 306. A small white shimmering mother of pearl tile glints in the nasal cavity of the lower skull in the dim light. Take adventure card 53. Oh wow, we actually got something out of this now. Mother of pearl tile, a strange object made out of mother of pearl. Huh. Okay. Right. So we've done everything in this room. I want to try. I know this is going to be weird. Yes. Flaming Heron's like, yep. It's like you get punished for trying everything. Yeah. So yeah, this is kind of like every other choose your own adventure game, Flaming Heron. Outside of the fact you can't die, because most choose your own adventure games, you can die and then you have to start from scratch. So I want to try to use this metal hook. Let's see if we can use the metal hook to pull up this grate. Let's give that a shot. So that'd be 36401. And we might as well all just move over. Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, just move them there. Okay, 36401. Hey, not a bad idea. But the hook alone won't be able to reach down far enough. All right, so we need to, at some point, find some rope. Find some rope or something. So that is what we need to do. Scorpions and giant leeches. Give me a break. So. All right. Well, let's head off this way. Let's see what we got in this room here. So let's check out 210. A mother of pearl tile lies on top of a heap of rubble. We got another mother of pearl. I'm sorry, mother of pearl tile. That's weird. Yes. Strange object made out of mother of pearl. Okay, so that was 210. Let's look at 110. Oops. The stone well is very solid. It is not particularly deep, though, and almost empty. Catching a movement out of the corner of your eye, you draw back. Was that a snake at the bottom? Jeez. Backing away, you carefully take a closer look from a safe distance. Whew. It's just a piece of old rope, which now we know what we're going to combine that with. Adventure card 49. Bing. So we are going to combine 36 and 49 and look at 3649. You deftly thread the rope through the hook's eye and secure it tightly. Return adventure cards 36 and 49 to the box. Take adventure card 51. Does anyone have adventure card 74? We do, because that is Monty. Monty is 74. Almost positive. Yep, there you go, Monty the Miner. So it tells us to read entry 475. When Monty sees your makeshift tool, he remarks, "That reminds me of something I came upon one day while digging." A stone wall with a metal grating leading into the sewers. Behind it was a little chamber in which there was a most beautiful scepter. I couldn't get inside, but there was another grating in the chamber's ceiling. Your rope might just be long enough to let it down from above and catch the scepter with the hook. If only I could remember where it was. Could it be over here? Because remember, there's something glinting. All right, let's, we got our rope with a hook. Let's send Haruka over here. So that would be 51,401. You slowly lower the hook attached to the rope through the grating down toward the sewer. Maybe you'll be able to catch something with it. Moments later, your improvised fishing rod does indeed catch onto something solid. You carefully draw the rope back up again to examine your catch. Take adventure card 60. See what we get. The scepter. Well. Guess we'll be able to use that against our enemy, huh? And we still get to keep our rope with the hook. Doesn't say we got to get rid of it. So that's cool. Curious what these things are. Let's go. All right, so I'm going to refresh my memory here. So let's look at 304. Uh, 522. Because I seem to remember... Oh. The prisoner from this location here was friendly with us. This one attacked us. Alright, let's see what we have here. Oh, I looked at the wrong one. 904. Let's see something now. All right, it was 904. Here we go. Blah, blah, blah. I'm pretty good at solving riddles. So maybe we don't want to let her out. Maybe we want the fighter. I don't know. The fighter attacked us, though, so... Like, she's lunatic. So let's go up here. Let's use 43,304. See if we can let her out. With slightly trembling hands, you pour the Aqua Regia over the lock. The liquid has barely touched the precious metal when it begins to bubble, and then, as if by magic, to dissolve before your eyes. It takes a while for the lock to dissolve completely. The final drop of metal has only just fallen on the ground when the door bursts open and the prisoner comes barreling out with a huge grin on her face. How could I possibly thank you for freeing me? She gives you a wide smile, then suddenly seems to remember something. Oh, please excuse my manners. My name is Nua. Allow me to accompany you. There are sure to be more secrets of the League down here. Riddles are my specialty, so I could help you with that. Return adventure card 43 to the box. Take adventure card 76. Now, there have been things we've run across that has said, oh, if you have card 76, I wonder, let's walk over here, 205. If I remember right, no, it's adventure card 75. Rats. Okay, so we've got the prisoner out of there. Let's go back to explore more of here. So we already checked that out. Let's look at this statue, 310. Statue seems to give you a determined look from beneath the hood that is drawn low over its face. Memory stirs deep within you, and you suddenly remember who the statue represents. Wilfred, the founder of the League of Guardians. So the statue must be hundreds of years old. Do you have adventure card 76? Why, yes, we do. We just led card 76 out of the cell. So how about that? So Casey Board Gamer says maybe the scepter will open the box. Yes, thank you for porting. Yeah, I was gonna toss that. I was like, the one that's over here, the one that's 701. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I have no idea. Okay, so we had. If we have her, then we go to 610. When Nuak catches sight of the chamber in the statue, she exclaims, "Look closely at the sun's rays here. If we can direct them at the right angle, they will shine exactly on the archway beyond the ravine." Okay, so... directing... Mother of Pearl tiles? Let's look at 410, because that is the ravine. Let's jump in it! Yes, I'm right with you, KC Board Gamers. Yeah, trying to think outside the box. You stand at the edge of a ravine and look across. It's too far to jump, and a glance down reveals that the sides are too sheer to climb down. At the bottom of the ravine, you can make out a symbol, a diamond enclosed in a circle. Diamond enclosed in a circle. So let's see if we combine these two together. So that'd be 5363. Let's see, do we even have... Nope, there is no entry for that. Oh no, sorry. Wrong section. 5363. In the right light, the two mother of pearl tiles shine brightly. You notice that they've been cut differently. Is there one more here that we have to use? I don't know. All right, let's see. Let's go down, check this stuff out. Let's go see what we got down here. So it's possible we need to add something else to... Well, let's try... Okay, let's try 53, 63, 310. Because we can combine a bunch of different stuff together. So let's see. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. All right. There must be another piece to this that we probably have to add to this. All right, so let's all head down here. Okay, let's start at 211, I should say. You decide to take a left fork and feel your... Oh, wait, that's a fork. We don't want to go there yet. Let's see what we got. 111. Oh, because this is where we come down. Coming down the stairs there. A pack of rats scurries in the corner. Your stomach begins to rumble, and you ponder for a second what toasted rat might taste like. A squeak draws you from your daydream, and you look down. Feeling threatened by your presence, one of the rats is biting you on the calf. Crying out loud. A cry of pain echoes down the passageway, startling the rat, causing it to flee. You look after it angrily. "I'm gonna get you," you shout, chasing after it. Well, why would we do that? Like, bad game mastering. Don't tell your player characters what they're doing. The cheeky rat knows its way around here, and you sustain multiple injuries during the chase. You've almost caught up with it when you slip and go sprawling. Unfortunately for the rat, you manage to catch it with your flailing arms and knock it unconscious. Fortunately, Nobody saw you. So what are you gonna do with the rat now? You lose 1 health point. Why didn't even give us an option. Just made us chase this stupid rat and lose a point of health. I tell you. Alright. We'll say that was Arif. So we get adventure card 46, which is now a rat. An unconscious rat? Yeah, exactly. It is an unconscious rat. Seems quite harmless. Okay. We're going to go over to the 7-Eleven. Peering through the rusty iron grating on the wall, you can make out a prisoner. Another prisoner? Jeez. In the half-light of the cell. She mutters to herself incessantly in a melodic voice. Food, food, food. Tasty bread, steaming hot soup, crunchy beetles, something to chew. Do you have Venture Card 75? I don't think we do. I don't think 75 is in our... Nope, we don't. We do not have 75. Otherwise, read entry 811. 75 must be one of the other prisoners, because it seems like the prisoners are in the 70s. 811 we're looking at. As you approach the cell, the prisoner crawls over to the iron grating and stares at you wordlessly. Take adventure card 87 and read it out loud. If it's no longer available, read entry 561 instead. Alright, 87. He's gonna attack us or something. Chew on our arm. Yeah, I was thinking of giving the rat to her. A spark of recognition. Something tells you that it is important which one of you talks to her, and thus you call the others. Place all character figures on room card N. We are already here. Who knows how she will respond? Who will talk to her? Well, this is going to be a guess, right? So, let's have Arif, the knowledgeable. 361. You, the prisoner shrieks. You work for the League. Your ragged clothes don't fool me. You did all the legwork for Berengar and helped him to find the tombs. I even spoke to you once in the laboratory. What brings you to this dungeon? Only when you can credibly assure her that you're imprisoned here too does she calm down a little. Read entry 571, or I'm sorry, 561, which I think we would have got if we had that other card. Well, this one's kind of long. Who are you and what are you doing down here? Still a little suspicious, she replies in a gruff voice. I'm Sirona. Not too long ago, I was a member of the League of Guardians. I thought we were going to research the secrets of forgotten alchemy. And indeed, we did discover a number of ancient remedies. But one day, I learned that our experiments were merely part of Berengar's plan. All he actually cared about was how he could awaken the stone golems beneath this castle and seize control of the kingdom. I swore I would not let that happen and search for a way to stop him. I recently discovered that the Dark Crystal... What? Dark Crystal? That's completely different. Discovered that Dark Crystal with the inscription that he needs for the crucial experiment can be destroyed by pure sunlight. But before I could do anything, I was found out and thrown in this dungeon. She becomes more animated. Even if Belengar has awakened a stone golem, he can still be stopped. Please let me help you. You'll need to find something to help me get out of this cell first. The only weak point is this grating. Aqua Regina is no use here, though, as it only dissolves the noblest of metals. Maybe we can use dragon fire to blunt out the rusty bars. You eye Sirona in disbelief. Did you just hear right? Dragon fire? Not from a full-grown dragon, of course, but maybe you could find a young dragon or even an egg. They like dark places and give off quite a lot of heat. I'll see what I can do. As you turn to go, she thinks of something else. Wait, there's something very important somewhere down here. A constant hum sometimes fills the air and walls, and one of the guards who patrols here muttered something strange. 3 dazzling discs from large to small. The numbers on their side will unlock them all. Do you have Adventure Card 76? Why, we do. Go to entry 822. That's easy, says Nua. You must find 3 white discs of different shapes, arrange them in size order, then count the number of sides on each disc. That should then be able to give you the 3-digit number to activate the machine that the guard mentioned. So, I'm taking a guess that is what these tiles are now for, maybe. Okay. We'll find out. All right, let's look at 401, or I'm sorry, 411. The top crate has a big crack in its side. You reach in and discover a large mother of pearl tile. There we go. So there's the other one. Take Adventure Card 56. Bing. So this is the biggest one. So the code should end up being 4, 8, 5 when we find the machine. So we don't know where this machine is. Okay, so that's that. 511. Getting close, getting close. With a little patience, you manage to break the damaged side of the crate open enough to look inside. Instead of the riches you'd hoped for, a huge centipede comes scuttling out and bites you. You lose 2 health points. Well, that'll be the end of his points. All right, and then finally we have 611. The crate is so rotten that you can easily reach through the soft wood. Take Adventure Card 50. A jewelry box. A small treasure chest that is safely locked, and it looks like it has like a little crescent moon on it. So we've got that. Okay, so we still need to get across here. I don't think that was the machine this guy's talking about, but let's go up here. So wouldn't that be okay? So that'd be 485310. Oh no, the sunlight is 210. That's it, right? 485210. There it is. It's right here. 4852. Oh no, sorry, that is 214. I thought it was 210. Nope. So that is not the machine. All right. Okay. Have them come back down here. So I guess we'll go off to the left. 211. You decide to take a left fork and feel your way along the passageway in the dark for quite some time. Suddenly you hear a rumble, and without any warning, the ceiling begins to collapse on top of you. Oh joy. A sharp rock falls on your back and you cry out in pain. Ah! Let's get out of here before the tunnel buries you alive. Return to the starting point in room N. Lose 2 points. Well, that wipes out our health. I think, right? We have what? 1, 2. We have 2 health points left. That is basically what it is. Wow, not good. All right, 311. You decide to take the right fork. After just a few steps, the light from the main passageway fades. In the faint light, you can just make out that the passageway splits again. The loud roar of water echoing off the tunnel walls makes you jittery. One wrong step here could have serious consequences. Are you sure you know what you're doing? If so, continue to feel your way in the dark and read entry 145. Ay, ay, ay. If not, return to room card N. Well, if we get a room card N, that kind of ends our path here. So, let's go 145. You reach another fork in the tunnel. Do you want to take the left fork? Then read 245. Or do you want to take the right fork instead? Then read 345. Okay, so we'll take the left fork. Oh, for crying out loud. You once again reach a fork in the tunnel. To go left, read entry 445. To go right, read entry 545. Just keep going left. I don't know. End up going around in a circle. You once again find yourself at a fork. Go left, read entry 846. Go right, read 946. All right, 846. Oh, for crying out loud. You only just turn the corner when a stone falls from the darkness above you onto your head. You fall to the ground in pain and crawl back to your starting point in room N. Lose 2 points. Well, that's it for all the health. All the health is gone. No, we got no points coming at the end of this chapter. Alright, so we start again. This, I gotta be honest, this would really suck if you gotta sit there and be like, oh, go left, go right, go left, go right, go left, go right. And just kind of guess your way through that. Alright, so we can't get killed, so we can keep doing this. If we lose more health, we lose nothing. Alright, so we go to 145. Let's go to the right, see what the right brings us. 345. We reach another fork in the tunnel. Let's go right, 745. You trip in the dark, twist your ankle. Wincing in pain, you hobble back to your starting point. Yeah, okay. It's gonna be something where we gotta mess around. See, now, to me, that's lame. Where you gotta be like, okay, go left, right, left, right, left. If there's even anything down here. Let's go back to, we gotta go 311. We go to 145, actually. So, we'll go left from here, so 245. And let's go right from here, 545. Basically got lost, ended up back in room N. Okay, so let's go back to making a right. So that's 345. And then we go left. Let's go right, 745. No, let's go 645. I wonder if this just keeps screwing around and sending you around and around and around. Nope, maybe not. The passageway goes on for some time, then opens out into a vast chamber full of spider webs. Yay, spider webs again. KC Board Gamer's like left, left, right. As you examine the chamber more closely, your entire body begins to tingle. When you look down, oh, for crying out loud, you see you're covered in tiny little hairy spiders. Before you can shake them off, some of them have already bitten you. Lose 1 point, doesn't matter. The place certainly isn't for anthrophobes, but why are they here? You normally like it far warmer. These words have barely left your lips when you begin to feel warmth on your skin. After a brief search, you come upon something quite fascinating. Take adventure card 61. And then we end up back in room N. 61 is a scaly egg. So we found our egg. Let's all, well, we're in N anyway, so 61711. Because she said if we find an egg, there we go, there's our egg. It really is a dragon's egg. She looks from you to the egg in amazement. Wherever you found it, you're going to have to hatch it now. It needs warmth. That's easier said than done. And where exactly do you expect me to find a sufficient hot fire? Sufficiently hot fire. Serona looks at you uncertainly, then shrugs her shoulders. I don't know. We got a stove up here. That was the stove. 61207. Wouldn't the warm oven be the perfect place to hatch the scaled egg, you think to yourself? And so you place the egg inside the oven to incubate. After a while, you begin to wonder what's happening inside. You curiously open the door and peer inside. Something moves and looks up at you with blinking little eyes. Can it really be a baby dragon? Return to adventure card 61. And we are going to take card 62, which is now going to be a baby dragon. Just hatched, it is very playful, but the occasional little flames shooting from its nostrils hint at the tremendous power it will have. All right, so we all head back down with our new baby dragon. 62711. You carefully set the little dragon down in front of the barred opening. Serona is literally glued to the bars in fascination and excitement. Quick, hurry, make it spit fire. But this is easier said than done. You tentatively tickle the little dragon's belly, then its throat. It seems to enjoy the attention and nestles against your hand, making soft purring noises. See if maybe we can get him to eat like the scorpion or the leech. The baby dragon is quite boisterous though, and one of your fingers ends up in its nostril when it jerks its head back as you're stroking its throat. It looks up at you in astonishment and then begins to sneeze fire uncontrollably. You quickly hold it to the bars and hope that it's enough. When you look back at the cell, you see the rusty iron bars have indeed disintegrated, as has some of Serona's hair. She doesn't seem bothered, though. Unbelievable, a real dragon. You're full of surprises. I gladly place my healing arts at your disposal. Yay! Even with the few means at her disposal, she manages to expertly treat your injuries, both major and minor. As a group, you regain 5 health points. And we get adventure card 89, which is no doubt her. Is my guess, right? Bing! Got the healer. Okay, so well, at least we got some victory points back. So there we go, just handing some of these back out. Well, we know we got to get over here. We got to get over to this other side here. It looks as if we've done everything that's down in this area here. This, I don't think we got anything else going on. So it looks as if we need to get over to here. So we need to figure out something which we're supposed to reflect the light with. I wonder what the stone tablet's good for. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to use the unconscious rat for. Okay. So Casey's talking about the rope and hook. Yeah, I was thinking the rope and hook too, as far as over here. But the thing is, it already told us 210 tells us no, 310. And we had 610. So we were looking at the statue, and it says, when Nua catches sight of the chamber and the statue, she exclaims, "Look closely at the sun's rays here. If we can direct them at the right angle, they will shine exactly on the archway beyond the ravine." So, I mean, I don't think we can combine the two of these things together, right? I don't know. I'll look, 210, 310, but I don't think that, I don't think it works that way. Nope. It does not. Curiouser and curiouser. So, I'm wondering. Maybe there's another. There's got to be another room. Would it be down? No, can't be down here because we went down 211. Because we've got 3 rooms here. I have no idea what B would be. I would have thought B would have been early in the game. We've got O and we've got P. And to be honest, I really do not want this game to go past 9 o'clock Central. So, don't know. Just like this stone tablet, it's kind of, we got stuff in here where it's like, what is this good for? Like, okay, so we got this large map. Oh, I betcha this map was for us in here. How much you want to bet? There's that. We go there. We go left. Left again. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe this map has nothing to do with it. I assume this slab of bacon is for a monster or something that tries to attack us. So, I don't know. We could try the rope with the hook. 51 410. Try to use it on the ravine, but I think we need to do something with those with the sun. So that was 51 410. Unfortunately, the rope with the hook is too short to reach the bottom of the ravine. I wasn't actually necessarily looking at trying to get the bottom of the ravine. I know there's something down there. Do we get that? A diamond enclosed in a circle. All right, let's try. Yeah, but we tried this before. 5363. Take a look. Let's see. 5363. In the right light, the 2 mother of pearl tiles shine brightly. You notice they've been cut differently. But I don't think there's a 5363 210. I don't know. Nope. $63.53? I don't know. We'll find out. See if there's one for that. Nope. There is not. I don't get it. I do not get it at all. So, let's see what we got. Okay, so we got the rope and the hook. Got the stone tablet. I don't know what the stone tablet might be used for. It's got like skulls on it. I don't know if this is supposed to be... It wouldn't have been for this stupid thing here, would it? I don't think so. I do not know. All right, anybody watching live want to take a guess? Or would this be considered the diamond? 5663? Yeah, see, it says the same thing. In the right light, the two mother of pearl tiles shine brightly. You notice they've been cut differently. So it's like the same thing. And then down at the bottom of this ravine says, do you see a symbol? Baseball diamond. That's what I had thought too. That's why I'm looking at 5663. But it gives us the same exact thing as 5363. In the right light, the two mother of pearl tiles shine brightly. You notice they've been cut differently. So I can look at 5663 210. It doesn't go that high. I don't get it. This must be for that other, for the machine. So what else? What would be the other thing? I don't know. And I'm getting a little ticked. So I don't really want to cheat. But I guess I'm going to have to. 5356. Same thing. In the right light, the two mother of pearl tiles shine brightly. You notice they've been cut differently. And it doesn't look like there's anything where we can combine three of them together. I don't know. I don't get it. All right. Let's take a look. See here. Let's take a look. I know I hate to cheat like this, but I get the. There's got to be more. We got more rooms, but we don't. We know one of them's going to be over here. At least one of them's going to be over there. Let's see what we can find here. Let's see. All right, and for some reason, the stream dropped for a second, which is okay. It's not like we were doing anything. Let me go back 706. So I'm looking at a website that's got kind of some clues. Yeah, see, it was saying that this opens up room P. And it's like, no, it doesn't. That's room N. All right. That's over this way. I don't know. I honestly do not know. Let's take a look here. Coming back. They're open the statue. Could try that. That would be, whoops, those are those. 51,310. Nope, nothing. Nope, nope, nope. So that's not it. I just don't know. Or something is scepter in the statue. Yeah, could. I think we're supposed to use the scepter on the villain at the end. 60,310. Nope. Not at all. I don't know. This is kind of a bummer. Plus, this can't be very entertaining for anybody to be watching either. So, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if we got anything that's got like walkthrough. Probably not, is my guess. Now, I mean, there's some reviews and stuff like that, but I don't think they're going to give us the clues here. So there's got to be another room that we've somehow not been able to find. Okay. I'm going to cheat. Take a look. Okay, so then this is... Well, somehow we fill that with water. That's another room. That's another room. So we got OP. B is this room here. After we somehow fill it with water. And I guess we swim across and get out. And that's one of these rooms here. So, I don't... That's the whole thing is... So I'm wondering if there's still... If we have to screw around... Walking around in here to try to find another room. I'm curious if that's what's going on here. So, I don't know. It looks like sarcophagus, like I said, we know that's that room there. And then this might be the room where we fight it and battle them out. I don't know. So I'm going to try one other thing. And then if I can't find something, I might just wrap this up, because we have devoted a lot of shows to this adventure. So let's see. You can find something where room P is. I doubt it. No. All right, so let's go back to the stupid map we've got. We got the unconscious rat. Said I have no idea what the stone tablet's going to do. So let me get rid of that. Bump. The map here. So let's see. So I took a look to see. So this large map here actually is to have us navigate through the sewers to find another room. See, I'm not a big fan of that. Because that's... So it's basically, here's the stairs, I guess. I don't know. But I just took a look to see, because there's a list of like what items do. So that's room O. So we find this over here. So at least that it's going to move us along a little bit. So let's see what we've got. So if we went left, right, that would have gotten us in. So I guess it's like that. All right. At least we have to move it along. Okay, so we didn't really have to cheat that much because we had the map. All right, so we're all down in here. 214. Well, I guess we might as well look at 114. There's an opening in the vaulted ceiling high above you. It resembles a diamond enclosed in a circle. What might be up there? Well, that's what we saw before? At the bottom of the ravine? So it's basically kind of like... This thing's above here. So, I don't know. Okay, so we've got that. I guess, do we use our hook and rope? Let's see, 51, 114. Nope. All right, let's 214. Your attention is drawn to the device's levers. A notice warns, do not adjust the water pump. Below it are 3 cogs, each of which bears the numbers 0 to 9. Okay, so this is where this came in. Like so, this one. I bet you that's what we do. I bet you we have to activate this machine and it'll fill that up with water, and that gets us across to the other room, which is probably the last room of the adventure. So before we do that, take a look at 314. You walk around the room along the far wall and take a closer look at the hole in the wall from which a little trickle of water flows. The water seems clean, so you decide to splash some of it on your face. It's cool and refreshing. Jeez. Suddenly, an electric eel comes darting out. Jeez. and shocks you. Bzzzt. Then proceeds to wrap itself around your neck. Take adventure card 88. Oh, for crying out loud. Everybody's got something on them. I'm tempted to try to see if the baby dragon will get rid of any of this stuff. There's the electric eel. Another one of these, if we still have it at the end of the chapter, we lose 2 points. See if let's start combining our little baby dragon. See if we can get rid of any of this stuff. 62. Maybe that was the only thing you get to do is just burn through those bars. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-doo-doo. No idea. I don't think we use the bacon to get rid of anything. Can we? Scorpion? Nah, wouldn't be interested. Giant leech wouldn't be interested. Got an unconscious rat. I don't think they'd be interested in that either. Alright, what's 414? You walk around the room along the far wall across to the other side of the chamber as you've spotted something glinting in the far corner. I don't know, some other monster gonna attack us? Upon reaching the other side, you find a gemstone. But what's that? It's lodged in an almost transparent layer of crystal, and it's stuck in place. Do you have venture card 75? I don't think we do. We got Monty, and we've got Naha. So no, it was one of the other prisoners. So we do not have that prisoner. So we don't get the gemstone. So that's it. So let's go to 214. Actually, what we're going to do here is... It's supposed to go by size. So it's 584 214. Actually, it's in reverse order. So it's I had them reversed. It's 485. And that is it. You adjust combination on the little cogs. Shortly thereafter, you hear an audible click inside the device and it noisily starts up. The trickle that previously flowed out of the wall turns into a raging torrent, causing the water level in the chamber to rise noticeably. Let's get out of here, you shout, and make for the door. The water is already up to your knees by the time you reach the mighty stone door and close it behind you. After a while, the chamber is filled with water. It then seeps through the opening in the ceiling and gradually begins to fill the ravine. Place all character figures from room O in room N. Return adventure cards 53, 56, and 63 to the box. Then we're going to replace this with B, like so. So now we have 510 that we can get across. Says place all the playing figures that were previously on room card L and B. Well, it doesn't matter. Read entry B. The ravine is filled with water and you can now reach the stone archway. 510, so no doubt we swam across. But I'm trying to figure out what we can use to get rid of some of this stuff. I don't know. Let's just do our best to wrap this up. See what we get. 510. Now that the ravine has been filled with water, you can easily swim across. There you go. You emerge from the water beneath the dark stone archway and squeeze through it. You finally found the tomb in the eastern wing. You shudder when you think of the terrible power that Berengar wishes to unleash here. take room card P, place it to the right of room card B, and we read entry P, which I'm going to take a guess. Berengar's probably here. I'm going to just place this right in the center. We're here. Several ancient tombstones line the cavernous chamber. Each of them is adorned with mysterious engravings. At the chamber's center is a basin made from dark rock bearing an inscription. 2 gargoyles flank the entrance, and you spot a third on the wall. All right, might as well look at the gargoyles. 115. For crying out loud. Every time you turn around, it's like lose health, lose health, lose health. There's something about this gargoyle that isn't quite right. As you warily edge closer, one of its eyes lights up and a jet of fire comes shooting out of its mouth at you. Lose 2 health points. Alright, just did that. Alright, 215. See how this is going to attack us here. The stone gargoyle's mouth cavity extends deep into the wall. You fearlessly reach inside. Take adventure card 48. A pendant. Well, we know the pendant's going to unlock that little treasure chest, so might as well do that. I'm sorry, jewelry box. So 4850. The necklace's pendant is the same shape as the little groove in the box. When you insert the pendant, the lock opens with a soft click to reveal its contents. Return adventure cards 48 and 50 and take adventure card 54. A mirror. Okay, well, we know where the mirror is going to go. We're going to go over there and use it on this light. I think that does something. All right, 315. We'll lose more health again. Here we go. Oh, there we go. There's something not quite right about that gargoyle. A jet of ice comes shooting out, and we lose 1 health. There we go. Was that the last of her health? No, we still have 2 points. We got 2 victory points left. So Casey was mentioning with the map. Was there 2 rooms with stuff in it? Yes. One of the rooms was this. One of the areas was this room. The other was where we got the dragon egg. Those are the 2 spots. Because this is the final room. We just opened this up. All right. 515. That sarcophagus just doesn't look right. Drawn by the aura of power that the throne... No, wait. Wrong one. The engravings on the tomb depict a fearsome monster. A closer look at the tomb's carving makes your hair stand on end, and you turn away with a shudder. You dread the thought that Berengar might actually manage to awaken these creatures. Alright, and finally 415. You draw closer to the large stone basin at the center of the chamber. It's made from an unfamiliar type of dark rock and bears a strange inscription. This is where Berengar is going to perform his alchemical experiment to awaken the stone golems. If only there were a way to destroy the basin. Do you have adventure card 674? We do. 74 is the miner, Monty. So we do have him. If so, read 514. With narrowed eyes, Jin bends down to look at your find. Isn't this topaz beautiful? A rare specimen to find in less precious feldspar. You'll need something very hard, ideally a polished diamond. Wait a second, that's not right. That was for the thing down there. Hang on, 415. Did I just go to the wrong... I think I went to the wrong entrance or read it. If so, read 615. Yeah, I was reading the wrong Monty studies the basin and inscription with a look of concern on his face. The stone that this basin is made from is extremely dangerous. A few years ago, when I was digging deep in the mines, I found a small piece of it. If it's exposed to sunlight, it begins to smoke and then explodes a short time later. Be warned. Alright, so we've done everything in that room. Go back over here. We're going to use our mirror on the sunlight. 54-210. I guess 54-310. Balancing the mirror in the statue's hand so that it remains there proves quite tricky. You finally manage it though and carefully step back a few paces. Just at that moment, another beam of sunlight shines down from above onto the mirror. It's reflected across the water toward the gloomy archway so that the light shines on the eastern tomb and the dark stone of the well and its inscription are lit up. At first, smoke rises from the inscription, then from the entire well before it begins to glow. Moments later, it bursts into flames and there is a powerful explosion that knocks you to the ground. All those currently in room P are thrown back to room B. Nobody's in P. As you come to, you peer through the cloud of dust over toward the archway, dazed. You can't make anything out beyond it anymore. The destructive force has buried the cavern with the tombs entirely under the mountain. The tremors have also caused the mirror to fall down and it appears to have sunk into the water. It's nowhere to be seen. So it says return adventure cards 272837. There's 37, the stone tablet. 28 is a silver key. I don't think we ever had 27. Or if we did, we got rid of it already. And 54. Do we have 54? I don't believe so. Nope. Oh yeah, the mirror. There we go. Return those to the box, and room P has been destroyed, so it's gone. So there we go. So we got rid of that. As you come to, you peer through the cloud. Okay, so there we go. You've successfully thwarted Berengar's plans to awaken the stone golems. You can now leave the dungeon, though he's unlikely to let you go so easily. Take adventure card 66 and place it face up on room card F. Place your figures on room card F, then read entry 412. So we are back. We are leaving. We're here at the exit. So we've gotten to the exit. It says 412. Upon reaching the drawbridge antechamber, you quickly conceal yourselves in the shadows, for you can already see Berengar blocking your way on the drawbridge. This is now your last chance to return to the dungeon again. You have 4 more turns to play. Turn adventure card 66 90 degrees in a clockwise direction after each turn. If Berengar stands upright on the drawbridge again after 4 turns, you must face him. So he's 66. Dun 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 dun. The big bad. So we have the scepter. So why don't we unleash the scepter on him? I think that's 60. Yep. Look at 60, 66. I don't think there's really anything we need to run around. I mean, we're going to lose points anyway from all the things attached to us. 60, 66. Berengar flinches as he sees the scepter. Okay. All right, let's read entry 500. I said, I don't, well, we can unleash the baby dragon on him, maybe? Probably not. All right, let's go to entry 500. The end is nigh. Just as you want to go for it, you spot 2 shells in the shadows. Take adventure card 92. What? How odd. But now it's time to stop Berengar. Do you have adventure card 62? We do. Here's our baby dragon. If so, read entry 456. The small baby dragon is all aflutter and wriggles in your arms. Do you want to release it? If so, take ending card E1 and read it out loud. If not, read entry 600. Yeah, we'll release him. We'll see what happens. Because that's one of the different endings that we've got for the game. E1, right? As soon as the tiny dragon sees daylight, it begins to squawk excitedly. The little guy is astonishingly loud. Worried, you look at the drawbridge to see whether Berengar noticed you, but he stares at the sky with a petrified look on his face. Then you see the humongous shadow looming above, and you hear a mighty roar. Guess Mama's here, huh? What was that? Do you mean the shadow or the noise? I have a really bad feeling. A powerful gust of wind blows in your face, and a few leaves, already turned orange and red by the autumn, bluster past you. The air suddenly smells heavy and like sulfur. Then you're startled by a hissing noise, and your eyes fall on a baby dragon. It is fearlessly waddling across the drawbridge and hopping around in excitement. Berengar looks from the little dragon back to you. The fury in his eyes has been replaced by growing panic. Moments later, you also realize why. The shadow flits above the drawbridge again. This time it's bigger, noise is louder, and the wind is stronger. A piercing roar makes the air and ground tremble. When you spot its source, an icy shiver runs down your spine. Mighty black dragon soars in the sky above the castle. It circles ever higher, then its body drops suddenly and it plunges back down toward the drawbridge. You watch its raging approach as its chest begins to glow red. All of a sudden, you realize what it's going to do. Gathering all your energy, you sprint back into the castle without a backward glance. You just manage to get safely around a corner when a colossal wall of fire makes the whole castle shake and rips your feet out from under you. Then fire breaks out everywhere, and the solid castle walls begin to crack. You only have one thought: let's get out of here. You sprint back out of the castle again as fast as you can. Just as you reach the drawbridge, part of the castle collapses behind you. A frightening scene also plays out in front of you. The drawbridge has plummeted into the ravine on the other side, where the baby dragon is hopping around excitedly between the mighty dragon's legs. Smoking boots are all that remain of Berengar. You remain rooted to the spot, but the dragon has seen you and fixes its fiery glare on you. Then you hear its voice in your heads. That was a just punishment for the golem master who stole one of my eggs. You, on the other hand, have brought my young one back to me. For that, I'll let you live. She flies you across the ravine and says, go, and don't ever come back. You don't need to be told twice. After all, who wants to disagree with the dragon? Read entry 400. Congratulations! You successfully completed the adventure. Make a note of how many points you received or lost through adventure cards bearing this symbol. For each health point you receive another point. Note down, and this is your score. Take ending card 5 and make a note of your final score. So we actually lost points. We didn't gain any points. So we lost 1, 2, 5. So we lost 5 points. That gives us a grand total of 12 points for the entire adventure. Oh, so wait, we get more points. It says, if these are in your possession, you get 2 additional points. 62, yeah, we had that. Still had that. 47. $89, yeah, we had 89. 74. think that's it, right? Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, wait, 60. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So another 10. So we actually have 22. Adventure card 90 is still on room card. Yeah. So 2 more points. So that was 24. Okay, so we got to look at the rule book to find out how we ended up doing, and that is going to wrap it up. And I think the rule book is in the box. Yep, it is. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, there were some hints in here. That's funny. Scoring 24, 3 stars, not bad. It's great how you braved the dangers and even managed to snatch some treasures. Very good. 50 or more would have been outstanding. Pretty wild. I really like this. I thought this was a really fun game. Thought this was really well done. And only thing I didn't care for was the part where we were down here, where it was kind of like left, left, right, left, right, left, right. And I didn't even, it's my fault, really. I didn't even think about looking at the actual map that we had. All right, so that is it for tonight's show. Long one, 2 hours. So gotta wrap this sucker up. Anyway, as I like to always point out, if you like the video, please give it a quick thumbs up. And of course, subscribe to the channel. If you do, don't forget, ring that little bell, because it will not only notify you when the latest episodes of the Daily Dope stream live Mondays through Thursdays right here on YouTube, but it'll also tell you when I upload standalone videos as well. Of course, when you're not watching videos on the Gaming Gang channel, be sure to visit thegaminggang.com for all the latest in gaming news, reviews, comics, movies, TV. Get your geek on at thegaminggang.com. A lot of freebie posts and money-saving posts as well, especially for role-playing games as of late. So, do want to point out on tomorrow's show, I'm going to share how to play as well as review Santa Monica, which is from my pals over at AEG. For those of you out there who were watching live, thank you very much for keeping me company as I was kind of stoned on this. I was like drawing blanks on a lot of stuff. But today, we actually got to finish the adventure, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, of course, if you watch after the fact, even maybe on Memorex, I've got a soft spot for you as well. So I will be back tomorrow. So, of course, those of you out there, enjoy the rest of your Wednesday night / Thursday morning. I'll be back tomorrow. And, of course, until then, be smart, stay safe. Oh, you're still here. Well, if that's the case, by all means, subscribe to the Gaming Gang channel by clicking right here. And of course, if you want to catch up on past episodes of The Daily Dope, check out this playlist. And if you'd like to see what YouTube's recommending you take a peek at from the channel, just give a click right over here. Of course, I'm Jeff McAleer, and once again, thank you very much for watching.